Hey guys, just saw Promare, Studio Trigger's first feature-length released Hollywood-style movie.
Oh my God, go.
The whole thing was on fire for sure. It was incredible. But a moment of silence for Fire Force. It is a shame, but I mean, this is Fire Force the movie.
Yeah, the spontaneous human combustion as a symbol for pent-up stress.
I was hoping this is what Fire
Distress.
Force would be, but...
Yeah, it is that concept magnified 100 times, done in Trigger style. But thankfully, there is a good separation, I feel, from the anime series and Trigger's, evolution or sort of like direction. I don't know which, because I mean this has been in production for a while, right?
Yeah, it was like 4 years of production.
Right, so
created.
they definitely did it first, but what is thankful is we've seen both, and it is definitely separate. You will see some similarities, like we were saying, but it does split. It's very divergent.
This is a movie. This is an experience you get to have in a chunk. It's a brand new, unique experience for Nakashima's story. I mean, let's be real. I mean, every Gurren Lagann, Kill la Kill. I mean, there is a lot of thematic
similarities,
and similarity between them, and it's cool if you're into that. This has everything you could want, but it evolves it to a new stage. And I'm not even talking about just the animation, which is, we'll talk about that right now.
Oh, yeah.
Phenomenal. Masterpiece, for sure.
It pulls you around. It's like every best moment of Kill la Kill happening continuously the whole time. The whole style of it is solid, they don't do sort of the drawn layer very often. So much so that you don't miss it at all. I mean, you kind of get locked in. I was a little hesitant. I was like, okay, we've seen a lot of this hard CG, but again, like Trigger knows how to do, balls to the wall, right? The whole thing is CG.
Oh, it was just like top,
works.
it was just like raised, like the level was just like 1,000, like, oh, I'm just still so excited. It's like I'm so used to a lot of anime movies, but like with Trigger giving us something new, this is just like a whole new direction to anime movies. Like, it was so vibrant, the camera angles, the animation, the music. I was like...
It all really just comes down to execution. We can talk about the elements of what this movie are, it's all we want. But the execution Trigger has been able to show through all the different anime they've created, and then this movie, they're really showing off what they have a mastery of.
Yeah.
The music is on point, the timing is on point, the colors are on point, the energy of the voice actors is on point. Everything is a 10. Every single part of it is a 10.
It's a perfect signature. It is their condensed style, and it's done, like you were saying, pretty much perfectly. I feel sometimes that when an anime takes this sort of like theatrical release stage, I mean, with the Dragon Ball Z movie and with other releases in the past, there is that feeling where it's like, okay, well, I see the movie and then I see the anime over it, right? But when we were watching this, I didn't feel, this is the first time I was like, no, this whole thing is an anime. I'm getting the same amount of energy the whole time.
It's been the strength of all of the Trigger properties we've talked about before.
The power.
They are an anime first.
Yeah, 100%.
Furikuri
all the way.
is not, Nakashima's work on Furikuri, it's not an adaptation. Gurren Lagann is not an adaptation. Kill la Kill is not an adaptation. Darling in the Franxx is not an adaptation. It's all animated, and it's there because that's what they needed for the story. Again, you're not going to see that layer of, this is trying to tell a story.
A movie. They don't try to fit it into a movie setting and stretch it out, or let's just shave it or make it. There's no making it work. It is just explosive.
Everything that could be there is there.
Exactly.
Yeah, it literally feels like you're going on a roller coaster. It's like you're going on an attraction on a ride, and you're just like going through all the motions, all like the screams, the feels, the like. Oh God!
And you get everything you want, and that's the best part. I mean, multiple cheers from the audience in queue, at certain parts. And again, you were saying like it's so crazy that when did Gurren Lagann come out, like 15,
it's like 12 years ago.
12 years ago, and still they'll make a reference or this and that, or
they say drill, and the crowd.
I was like, oh my God, I know what they're talking about.
Their IP is strong.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. We're seeing the building of not a cinematic universe, but a kind of like meta cinematic universe.
A signature.
Oh no, we know the Nakashima and the Studio Trigger thing, and we're there to show up for this kind of new thing. You can even see the signature things they do. there's a transformation sequence they do, and it's not even a mech transformation sequence, but it's just really intense. And it goes back to that point like they did in Kill la Kill, where you can literally tell the animation directors went in and frame by frame were like, pull out these 3 frames, let's drop it down to 4 frames per second, because I want people to see these frames and really focus on what's going on
Right.
here.
Yeah.
And again, it's just a mastery level thing that we don't see in other media. Where that-
You can feel the thought because we get that parallax spin. You get like you're being pulled through, and that path is a vision, right? But the artistry comes from knowing when on that path to pause, and that just shows that extra layer of just design.
Da Vinci was a genius, but he didn't paint with time. Nakashima does.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
It felt really nice to just go to a movie and just have a good trip. Not just a good experience, but a good trip.
Energy. It's a lot.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
It's just a lot going on.
So go see it.
If you haven't, if you get the chance, go see it. What are you
Absolutely,
doing?
Couldn't recommend it more. It was my firefighter soul's on fire for sure.
20 out of 10. Definitely go see it.
眠れない